All right, I think it is 2 o'clock. Hello, this is Brent Leary, and I'm coming to you live from Stockbridge, Georgia. And we're going to do a little bit of, I think it's going to be kind of a fun unboxing of the brand new Microsoft Surface Studio. I've been waiting for this thing for a couple of months since I ordered it, and I finally got it yesterday. And it seems like there's a lot of interest in kind of seeing what it comes in, what it looks like out of the box, and how easy is it to get going. So because there seems to be a lot of interest in the Surface Studio, I decided, well, why don't I try doing one of these unboxings? I've never done one before, but it can't be that hard to do. So we're going to do it here. And thanks to Anita Campbell and the folks over at Small Business Trends for hosting it on the Small Business Trends Facebook page. So there's a lot more people that may be able to see this that way. So I've been waiting since yesterday morning. This thing came in the mail yesterday, and I have been trying my best not to dig into this package. But as you can see, it comes in a pretty big package. The Studio is the Surface Studio is the 27-inch touchscreen all-in-one device that Microsoft announced around October of 2016, and it caught a lot of people's attention. It definitely caught my attention. I think this is the first Windows device I've bought in about 10 years. I've been, pretty much living off of Macs and MacBook Pros and iPads and iPhones, but for some reason when I saw the video of this thing, it just made me want to get it and try it out. So let's go ahead and get going. If you have any questions or any comments, I'm gonna try to see what if I can answer them in real time. But I want to go ahead and open this box up. So let's go ahead and do it. All right. So what I got in the mail yesterday was 2 boxes. This is the box for the Surface Studio, and here, the little guy here, this is the Surface Dial. They came separate, but because I pre-ordered it back in December, I actually got it for free. So it's usually $99, and I guess now that the pre-ordering is over, it'll probably be $99. You can't get the deal. But anyway, I got it for free. I'm going to put this to the side. This is an easier one to open. So I'm just going to go ahead and put it to the side. We'll get to it later. And here's the box that the big end came in. So as you can see, this is the FedEx box. So I'm just going to go ahead. I was really good. I stayed away from opening any of this stuff. So let's go ahead and get it out of the FedEx box. Thing's got a nice little weight to it too. I think it's about 30 pounds or something like that. Maybe it's a little over 30 pounds. Nicely sturdily boxed up by FedEx. All right. Okay. Get rid of the FedEx box, but here as you can see, I think this is just extra boxing. I think everything is actually in the Microsoft box there. I'm just going to throw this out of the way for the time being. All the other boxes I got. All right. Sorry, I had to turn my back on you. Just to make sure, let's see if there's anything in here. I don't think there is. It seems pretty light. Nothing in there. Nothing in there. All right, so here is, I'll just lift it up so you can see the whole thing again. Here's the actual Microsoft box that it came in. So it's a really nice sturdy box. all the instructions. It says I got the, so I'll give you the little rundown. So there's 3 different setups that you can buy with this. I think the kind of the one that costs $3,000 is 8 gig of RAM, and I forget how much hard drive. And then there's one that goes from 8 gig to 16 gig, and then there's kind of the biggie, which is the one I got, which is one that has 32 gig of RAM, 2 terabyte hard drive, 128 gig SSD, and a little more upgraded graphics accelerator card. I'll put a link later on to where you can get all the specs, or actually just go to the Microsoft store and check them all out. But I decided to go with the pricier one. It did cost quite a bit of money. I think it was $4,200. I'll be eating my own lunch, making my own peanut butter and jelly sandwiches for a while. But anyway, but here's what it looks like, the box. Let me show you the other side of the box. Here's the kind of the front. Yep, it's a nice little box. It's got a lot of cushion to it. So I'm going to go ahead and open her up. Let's see, how do I do this? Okay. All right. Oh, it would help if I actually did this. All right. Let me get, where's my knife at? See, are there any more of those? Okay. All right. So what opens up is the screen is on top here. Let me see, can I? Oh, wow. Okay. This is pretty cool. So if you don't know much about the Surface Studio, one of the things that I think was one of the big selling points is this really big touchscreen. It's supposed to be very crisp and clean, a great display. But the other thing that caught a lot of people's attention is this hinge that allows the screen to go up and down. And if you're, I think in particular, if you're like a creative type of person, what makes this kind of attractive is being able to put it down like it is now and actually write using the pen that comes with it, actually write on the screen. So the hinge thing, and that's kind of what pops out right ahead, is the ease and ability of being able to move the monitor up and down. That's really cool. All right, so let me go ahead and take off the wrapping here. Alright, that is a beautiful looking screen. It's not even on yet and I'm liking it. Look how big that is. It's a 27-inch touchscreen, so that's really nice. Alright, so what else is in here? Okay, so you got it looks like we got the manual here. Yeah, it's like a quick start manual. Nice. It's like the last thing you do is actually read these things, but it's nice that it's here. Couple of pages, not too long there. Okay. Another manual here. Let's see what this one is. Okay, yeah, here's some more instructions and getting started. I'll read that a little later. But so those are two little manuals there, and then let's see. This looks like kind of the warranty information. So that's in here as well. Instructions, that kind of thing. Put that all over here. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and take it out. Take the, because it is all in one. So let's see, maybe do I have to. Okay, guess I'll try taking this whole thing out and see what happens. Okay. I'll put that up here after I'm done. Just want to make sure and see what else is in the box. Okay. Something here. It's a nicely designed box, actually. It's pretty easy to maneuver. So here's a little box. Okay, here's your adapter. And one of the things that they say is cool about the adapter is actually a fitted adapter. So once I plug it in, you don't see the plug sticking out. It's actually right in there against the computer. A little adapter goes right over here. All right. A lot of boxes. Just trying to get these boxes out of the way here. All right, it looks like we have another box. There you go. It looks like the keyboard has got to be in here. Okay. So, okay, this box has the keyboard, and it's a wireless keyboard. It's not the most sturdy looking feeling keyboard. You know, not much to it, but there's no cords. It's nice size to it, but definitely not that sturdy. Here's a mouse. It's a wireless mouse. Let's see, did these come with batteries in it? Just take a quick look, see if there's a battery in it. Yep, batteries are in it. Got two AA's. Looks like there's batteries in the keyboard as well. Yep. Keyboard batteries. All right. So you got your keyboard, you got your mouse, and the pen. So this is what you use to actually draw on the screen. It's the Surface Pen. I hear a lot of good things about it. I've never used the Surface Pen before, so we'll see how that compares to the Apple Pencil. I don't know, pencil, I don't know what they call these things, but here it is. All right, so that's what was all in this box, and let me see if there's anything underneath here. Oh, wait a minute, let's see. Okay, there's nothing in it. I thought there might have been something in there, but there really isn't. So that's everything that came in the box with the keyboard. All right, so I think that's it in the actual box. Just wanted to see if there's anything here. There's nothing underneath there, so that's everything. So it's nice, a really sturdy box, a lot of good styrofoam. Feels like the machine should have been pretty safe on its journey here. So I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of the box. One thing you need is a lot of room for boxes, I'll tell you that much. So I'm just gonna take that and put it over out of sight here. All right. Okay. So let's go ahead and bring her up. And I'm walking gingerly because I got a microphone cord, so I don't want to trip over it and fall and all that stuff. Okay, so this is the actual unit. And let's see, there's some more things around the actual all-in-one. This is the actual computer. So got everything off of that. All right, so this is what we're looking at here. Oh, wait a minute, there's some more. They really do a good job of putting all this paper on it, this protective paper. All right. So here's what we got, and once again, I'll show you how the hinge works. That's, I think this is the 20-degree angle. That's as flat as it can get. But as you can see, it's really easy to maneuver up and down. Let me show you the back. Let's see. Let me see if I can do something real quick here. Trying to get a little closer view of the back of it. Let's see. But anyway, so here is the back. There's the power. There the looks like we have 4 USB ports, an RJ45 jack, an SD card, and I think a mini, and then a headphone jack. So all of the inputs are on the back unit here, I guess, to try to make it clean looking on the front end. And then that's the hinge, of course, the hinge from the back. That's what makes that easy motion happen. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and let's see. I'll go ahead and power up. Let's plug her in. Okay, so something just happened there that wasn't good. I think I threw a box over that I shouldn't have thrown over. Okay. Boy. As long as it didn't hit my machine, I'm good to go. All right, so let's go ahead and plug her in. Not a very long plug either, but I guess it'll do the job. So I'll go ahead and turn it around. And as I was saying, it fits pretty right up next to the unit, so you don't see a lot of bulky back of the adapter. So I'm just plugging her in. Okay. And right now, that's the only thing I'm going to attach, because the keyboard and the mouse are wireless. Okay. So this is what it looks like. Getting ready to... Should I read the manual first? Let's just go ahead and plug her in. It said it's that easy to get going, so I'm going to go ahead and start her up. Okay. Oh, on the side here. Okay, there it is. It didn't take very long to bring up. So a few basic things out of the way. English. Yeah, let's see if I can just choose a language. I did. Oh, okay, there we go. And United States, English, US. I want East Coast time here. Here we are. Get past the legal stuff. So it's picking up my different available Wi-Fi setups. That's nice. I'm going to get in front of the camera here and put in my password. And the keyboard worked right away. Didn't have to do anything. All I did was turn the machine on, as you saw, and the keyboard is working right away with it. And let's see, the mouse is as well. So you didn't have to do anything, no pairing, none of that kind of stuff. Okay, so now it's connecting to the network. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead, to kind of save time, just go ahead and hit the use express settings. I'll go back and monkey with the settings later, but just to see how quickly you can get going on this is what I'm really interested in. So far, I mean, literally, let's see, who owns this PC? I own it. And it's pretty quiet. You don't hear a whole lot of things going on. So it says you can connect Windows to your organization in any one of two ways. Join a Azure Active Directory, join a local Active Directory. Yeah, I don't have all that, so who's going to use it? Just going to be Brent. Yeah, I'll do the secure stuff later. I was talking about Meet Cortana. We'll do that later, but of course, Cortana is the equivalent of Siri or Alexa or what have you, but that's Microsoft's digital assistant. It does some really cool stuff. I'll play around with it later on, but for now, I just want to kind of go through and we'll say not now. I'll circle back around later for that. Yeah. Gotta get I don't know if it's because I'm standing and I'm not hitting it correctly, but it seemed to I'm not seeming to get right on there on the first tap. Okay, hi, that's cool. Nice to meet you. We're happy you're here. Getting things ready. Please don't turn off your PC. Okay, so far it really hasn't taken that long to get this thing up and going. It was really easy right out of the box. I basically just plugged it in and put the keyboard and mouse next to it, and it picked up everything real quick. Got on the wireless network without any problems. And this is just a really big screen. I love this screen. Let me see if I can get it a little closer for you guys. Let's see. Trying to bring my camera a little closer to so you can see everything. Move it back a little bit. So it looks like, let's see if it really looks like it's pretty much done. So really straightforward, really easy to kind of get going. Let's see if I just press Internet Explorer down here, what happens. Okay. And let's bring it, make it the whole screen. Oh, wow. So that is a big screen. I'm not going to set all this stuff up right now. So, okay. So this is just getting started with Internet Explorer. Now I'm a Chrome user, so I'm definitely going to be loading that up. But I just wanted to see, okay, so it's giving you, okay, here, showing how fast it is compared to Chrome in Mozilla. It's just kind of interesting, okay. All right. Just want to see if there's, okay, this is cool. So you can, look at, this is very much just like your regular tablet. Very easy to manipulate. Let's see how quick it is to bring up, let's bring up, okay, so you have your on-screen keyboard, but I'm going to use the one here. Let's just go to smallbiztrends.com, see how fast it gets there. So you get a real big view of the homepage for Small Business Trends. And okay, yeah, you can bring it bigger, swipe, just like you can do with every other kind of touchscreen device. Bring it back, click. The screen is great. It's so crisp and clean. I'm not even showing anything that shows it off. But it's really nice. I can already tell that it's just so easy on the eyes, very crisp. It's I think it's a little above 4K, but not quite 5K like the iMacs. But you can put a lot of things on this screen too. You can have a lot of windows open, I believe, and be able to kind of go through it. You know, if you feel comfortable with the mouse is always there as well. It's not the most, it's not the most well-built mouse by far, but, and let's just see what, let's go and look. It's been so long since I actually did much with Windows, but this is a full-blown Windows 10. And let's see. So I don't know if these are actual versions, but it looks like they have everything installed on here. I don't know if these are just trial versions or not, because quite honestly, I don't recall. I have an Office 365. Okay, so I could probably connect into my Office 365 and be using it through here as well. Now, once again, if you okay, so here's the thing with, if you're going to be using this kind of in its flatter position, then you have to get all your things out of the way because it will run into it. Let's see, let's see what the sound and video costs. So let me go to YouTube and maybe look at a video. Okay, I'll just pick something here. Let's say we'll do the SNL thing here.
Next on C-SPAN, the daily White House press briefing with Press Secretary Sean Spicer.
So it's huge. It's like watching a TV actually. It's very crisp, very clear. I don't know how easy it is for you to see on the Facebook Live, but it is literally like watching the TV. The sound, let me see if I could turn the sound up more.
Okay, now let me wave something shiny in front of you monkeys.
I might have to try, let's see.
As you know, President Trump announced his Supreme Court pick on the national TV.
So that's what it sounds like.
When he entered the room, the crowd greeted him with a standing ovation.
So you can see, you get the hint.
15 minutes.
Sound is actually really good on this thing, and the video quality is awesome. No complaints there. So once again, this is the model with 32 gig of memory and a 2 terabyte hard drive, and the higher end graphics accelerator card. It's not the latest and greatest on it, but what people say is that even though it's not the latest and greatest, they had to, I think, put in the models that were available at the time they were designing it. It's pretty good for watching video, of course. It's pretty good for doing all the creative kind of stuff. It's probably not the best for gaming. That's what I've been told. But if you're not into gaming, if you're more into really designing content, maybe doing some video editing, of course, if you're a creative artist type, it sounds like this will give you what you need. But if you're looking for high-end gaming, you may want to look at something else. That's what I've told. I'm not a big gamer, so I'm not sure about it. But so here is really, I mean, right out of the box, easy to set up. The screen is just, I don't know if you're able to capture what I'm seeing. Probably not. But I can tell you right now, this thing is really cool. Let me try doing something with the pen. Let's see. I have not done much with pens before, but so I just turned the pen on, and as soon as I turned it on, this came up. So let me just see about hitting the sketch pad here. Oh, okay. And once again, I'm not really all that much of a drawer, but looks like it feels like I'm just drawing with a magic marker. So let me go ahead and get the dial and see what we can do with the dial. So right out of the box, once again, here's the dial. Let's see what we can do with this. Oh. Okay, so here is the dial. And that's the only thing in the box here. Let's see, is the protective covering there. Put that in the box. Here's the bottom. And this also comes with the batteries that you need. Some more AA batteries. Oh, what's cool about this is it's like a magnetized bottom, so you just get it close and it snaps on all by itself. And peel off the cover there. So now we got the dial all set up. So I think all you need to do, and I'm going to lower it, because what you can do with the dial is you can either put it on your desktop or you could actually put it right on the screen. So let's try that. Make sure you guys can see everything, all right? So here we go. Going to put the dial just on the screen and see what happens. Okay, or do I have to? Huh. So this is where it comes in handy to actually read. Let's see if there's something you have to do. There is actually no instructions in here. So let me see if there's something on the box. I've got the batteries on there, so that should be okay. I'm pushing it down. Not getting anything here. Let's see. Here's where you might actually have, okay. I'm just reading real quick to see if there's anything that I need to do. Let's see if I put it over here. Nothing doing right now. If I put it down here, nothing. I'll probably have to read. Jeez, I thought it was going to be connects wirelessly. Yep. Let's see if there's anything I'm supposed to do up here. All right, well, I'm going to have to play around with this. I thought it was as easy as just putting her on there and letting her rip. The batteries were in there, so I'm assuming they're good batteries. But there's not any instructions with the dial. Let me see if there's something underneath here. Maybe that's it. Ah! Here we go. So you got some instructions. I was going to say it'd be kind of weird not to have any instructions. All right, so let's see if we have a quick starter for this. Set up your dial. Okay, here we go. Make sure your Surface is powered on. Open the Start menu and select Settings. Okay, let's do that. Start. Settings. Okay. Select so this is Bluetooth. So make sure Bluetooth is turned on. Devices. Bluetooth. And it's let's see. Found the Surface Pen. Remove the battery. Yeah. Press and hold. Okay, let's do that. It's doing a lot of unknown ready to pair. All right. Then select pair. Okay. Well, see, now it's interesting because it's actually, see if I could show you. So it's actually looking to pair. And let's see, I haven't seen Surface Dial. It just says unknown ready to pair. Let's see if one will actually show up. It says Surface Dial. It's interesting. It's actually trying to pair to my my actual Mevo camera, but I haven't seen Surface Dial yet, which is interesting. So maybe maybe this is let's see. To give it one more shot. Press and hold the button by the batteries until the LED. Oh, see, this is why you need to read this stuff from time to time. So let me go ahead and actually, I'll bring this up a little bit so you can see it. I'm gonna actually take this out and pair it with the battery. What's funny about this dial is that it's hard to get this thing off once you put it on. I want to show this because this is one of the cooler aspects of it. But this is not helping that it's so hard to get this thing off. Ah, there it is. Okay. Guess you have to give it a good shake. All right, so the batteries are in. There's a button right here that you need to push. Let's see if it shows up. There it is. So now it's showing up, surface style, ready to pair. All right. See, there's a lesson. Always like read the manual. Gosh. So now it's pairing it up. And now it's paired. Okay. So let's go back to the sketching. Let's see. Sketchbook. Oh, it's a different one. All right, let's see if we get this. Oh, well, it looks like we had something here. Okay. So, just so you can see it, I'm going to bring it up a little bit. Looks like we do have a little lift off there. What's interesting is surface style. Once you put it on there, then it automatically starts giving you options of things you can do. It looks like you can control the volume. You can control, I don't know what that is, the magnification there. If you want to undo things. So if you wanted to, let's say I wanted to control the color. How do you do that? Oh, do you come over here and, oh, okay. So interesting. So, and it's, as you can see, it's actually sticking pretty well. I'm looking to see if it's moving at all. It is moving. You can see it's sliding a little bit down. I guess if you wanted to stay a little better, you can bring it down to the 20-degree angle. But then you're able to control different, let's say, if you're able to control different pieces to the puzzle of the application. I want to try to go back to that sketching thing, and this looks like it's a free version of something called Sketchbook, but it looks like in order to use it to its full advantages, it's $29.99 a year, $29.99 a year. So I'm going to go ahead and get out of that. Boy, they don't make it easy for you to get out of this. Here we go. And let's go ahead and go somewhere else. It's actually really cool to get around with this thing now that I'm just starting to play with it for the first time. Sticky notes, PowerPoint is on here. Let's see, where was that sketcher thing? Fresh paint. Let's try this one. Wow. And once again, it comes up with different things you could do. Let's see if you put it up here. Scroll. It doesn't look like you can do much with that. Well, I guess I'm going to have to play around with this because I'm not having a whole lot of luck with this because I really don't know what I'm doing. But it looks like once you get the hang of it, the dial is easy. It stays pretty well on the screen. You can also use it Hit there. You can also use it down here, so you can put it on your desk and actually control the dial. Let's see, there I go. And then that controls, you can do things like that. Anyway, so I just don't know a lot about this right now, but everything kind of worked right out of the box. It was easy to get on the network. It was easy to get all the devices running with each other, and the screen is great. I will definitely be using it to kind of put it through its paces to see from a performance standpoint. But right out of the box, it's really easy. It was designed really well. As you can see, it doesn't take up a lot of space. The space that it takes up is really all due to the 27-inch screen and the ability to move it up and down. The sound quality is pretty good. The quality with videos is really good. Right now, that's pretty much my report. Right now, it looks good. Let me give it a week or two to actually play around with it and see what it looks like when I'm actually trying to do things, because I need to load up Photoshop. I need to load up Adobe Premiere. I need to do some video editing. I want to see how easy it is to do that and actually use the dial with some of these other apps, like the Adobe Creative Suite, to see how it works, how these applications work on this, if it's taken all advantage of the technology. And once I'm able to do that, I think I will be able to come back and maybe go through things and actually know what I'm doing a little bit better, and show you what you can and can't do. Let me see. I haven't really been paying attention because I've really been fascinated in playing with this. But let me see if there are any questions that I can answer right now. Once again, this is the kind of the higher end version with the 32 gig of hard drive space. 32 gig of memory and 2 terabyte hard drive. And the hard drive there's one big hard drive and then one SSD to load up the applications on. From what I've seen and read, if there is a bottleneck to this, the fact that they didn't get the latest and greatest graphics card is a concern to some, but to others it is not as much of a concern, because what they're trying to do was to try to get a lot of power in this little package. And so it looks like, there's a kind of a little bit of a trade-off to be able to get good solid power into this really small area. So they kind of did a little bit of a trade-off. There's not much you can do in terms of upgrading from what I've read. It's an all-in-one device, so everything is pretty much comes together. But it looks like, based on a video that the folks over at This Week in Tech did, that you can actually upgrade the hard drives in order to get a speedier setup, so that if you're able to do that, you're able to have a pretty good amount of impact on getting in and out of apps and not having to do so much switching with traditional hard drive cylinders running and all that kind of stuff. So there are some things you can do to upgrade, but it is limited because it is an all-in-one machine. So I'm actually going to look into doing that at some point too. But for the time being, this is I'm pretty impressed. The build quality is really good. I mean, it's solid. The hinge, it's really nice. It makes it easy for maneuver. Once I actually understand, you can draw on this like it's almost like you have your own sketch. It's that nice, and you can open up a lot of windows. You got a lot of space to play around with, and I want to see how this dial thing works. I wish I could maneuver it a little better right out of the box, but I might take maybe a day or two to actually get going on. But other than that, this thing's pretty solid looking. It looks sweet. The design is nice. And a couple of weeks, maybe I'll do another one of these where I'm actually able to do something. Once again, see up here, I didn't even check out the cam, but there are, you know, you have the webcams, so you are able to do your Facebook Live stuff right from something like this. But I'll let you know like a final verdict, because I mean right now it's looking good, but I really have to try to do some things with it. But out of the box, easy to set up, easy to get on your network. Everything is paired easily. It doesn't leave much of a footprint outside of the screen. I mean, there is nothing else back here. It's really a nice setup, and it looks great. I mean, it really does look great. So, if you do have some questions, leave them out there. I'll try to answer them after I'm done here. But thanks for checking out the unboxing. As you can see, outside of like me kind of causing havoc in my office here, just from all these boxes piling up. They actually really nice. The design is nice. The delivery was nice. The packaging was nice. And so far, I'm pleased, but it's still very early on. But with that said, thanks again, and I will talk to you later.